Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Taylor and I work on a dairy farm in Maine. So if you like watching those kind of videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe because that does help us out a lot. I have a very busy day ahead of us, so let's get right into it. So we just finished milking the girls. Brent is out in the free stall. Brent is my boss if you're new here. And he's trying to push down the free stall. We don't have much room to push it out into the pit because we've been pushing out all winter and there's a pile there, so we're not sure he's going to be able to push it out. So I may have to go out with the Kubota. We might have to put the bucket on and I may have to help him do that, but he hasn't come back yet, so I don't know if he's able to get it or not. But we really want to get it cleaned out because the girls have been in for the last 2 days because it's been raining so hard here that the pasture was just really muddy, and it's not really good for them or us for them to be out there and covered in mud and slipping around and all that. So we decided to leave them in, and they are going to be going out today because it stopped raining yesterday afternoon and it was pretty windy, so it has dried out quite a bit. You can see there's still quite a puddle there, but it has dried out a lot. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to mow today because the grass is still pretty wet, and we're just going to give that an extra day to dry out before we finish the field that we did a couple days ago. I don't remember what day it was, but we're going to finish that probably tomorrow. And so that brings us to what we're going to be doing today. So if you watched the previous video, you know that our International 1066, the hydraulics failed on it. We're thinking it's the pump, but it could possibly also be the seal on the hydraulic pump. So I'll take you guys over, show you. We have it hooked up to the generator because yesterday we lost power and for like 10 minutes, I guess. So we didn't even have to use it, but so it's this one right here. I also have a cup of coffee. It's not shocking if you know me, but so this right here, we have to take this plate off, and that's where the hydraulic pump is. So we'll have to drain all the hydraulic oil out of it, which is a bummer because we just put all new hydraulic oil in it. So we're gonna have to clean out a bunch of good pails and try to save it because hydraulic oil is extremely expensive and we don't want to waste any. So that means we have to take this drawbar out and we have to unscrew that one right there, and then there's one on either side. We usually can't get the ones on either side because they're pretty stripped out, so we may just do the one in the middle like we did when we drained the oil out, and then this one right here. And then we'll be good to go to start taking this off and take a look at the seal and also the pump. It would be nice if it was the seal, but we're assuming it's the pump because it is original, and this is a 1975 tractor, so it's about a 50-year-old pump, so probably about time for a new one. But would be great if it was the seal, but probably not. Yesterday, the 3-point hitch arms were working, but if you put any weight on them at all, they did stop working. The cat's coming over. Hello, Nelson. You find any mice or anything? No? Just pets. Snuggles. Not really focusing on hunting today. You just want to snuggle, huh? Okay, so anyway, Brent is actually in calling our International parts dealer to see if they have a pump on hand because we don't really want to take it out if we don't have to, because you can still use the PTO on this and it still steers and everything. So we could rake with it or tether with it because you don't actually need to be able to lift it if you're going to be raking or tethering. You can just drive down the road with the tether down. It's not really a big deal, so if we did have to use it, we could. So we're going to check to see if they have a pump right handy, because if they don't, if something does go wrong with one of our other 2 tractors, we have a Kubota and a Massey, we want to have a backup just in case so we can rake and tether with it if we have to. Also, it's very annoying to take that baler off. It's quite a process, so it would be nice if we have 3 tractors so we don't have to unhook that all the time. If they do have one local and we don't have to order it, we probably will be taking this apart today. I'm not really sure what else we're going to be up to today, but I know we're going to be busy, so we'll catch up with Brent and ask him his plans, and then we'll get into the rest of our day. Okay, so obviously since I'm in the Kubota, Brent couldn't actually push that manure out of the freestall, so we got the bucket on and we're headed down. I don't run into any cars first. So we're headed down to clean that out real quick. The girls are already out in the pasture. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I always feel like you can't hear me, but I'm pretty sure you can. It's finally warmed up a little bit. It's in the mid-60s. Definitely not mid-June weather, even for me, but it's better than it was, so I'm not complaining. At least it's not raining. So we're definitely going to need four-wheel drive. Also, ignore all the bottles in here. Coke is my weakness. am, but I do like to enjoy a really good cold Coke when you're haying. The best. It's so much cheaper, but not really sure yet. I don't think he's made a decision for sure. Just got done out back. Brent is out bedding the freestall. I think he's going to bed the stalls and the floor just so they have a nice comfy spot to lay when they come back from pasture. So I'm going to move the 1066. Behind the baler is where he wants it, just so we kind of have a dry place to work. I also have 4 pails there. You can see I have 2 5-gallon pails and 2 3.5-gallon pails, so that should be enough to catch all that hydraulic oil. It takes 17 gallons and it wasn't completely full, so that should be enough because that's 10. It's actually exactly 17, so that should be enough. So I'm gonna move that across the road, find the right tools that we're gonna need to take that cover off, probably clean it off some with a wire brush or a rag or something. So let's get right to it. I also have some covers, but I don't have 2, so we'll take these across first. I did clean them out really good first too. I washed them out with soap and water, so they should be clean enough. So it's on this side of the tractor, so no, this side of the tractor. I was having a brain fart. So we'll set these right here. So first thing I'm gonna do is unhook it from the generator, which won't be able to be done with one hand. All right, there we go. Now we should be able to move it. partially why these batteries die all the time. I found a scraper, so that'll do the job. Get it all over me, but that's okay.
Probably the jackknife would be better.
What's that?
Yeah. Probably this would be better. Jackknife.
I'm just trying to get some of the thick stuff here first. With this.
You're getting dirty.
Yeah, I know. I knew I would today. A little bit of grease never hurt anybody.
You got all the pails?
Yeah, I brought them over. Okay, guys, you have to see. Look, it's the original color. It's so red. So I've almost got it all cleaned off. I just got a little bit more to clean off. Then we got to find the right size bolts and hope these back out. But like Brent said, they're so covered in grease, they probably will back out pretty easy. So
9/16 French.
okay.
And then pail.
Okay. 9/16. Do. Here you go.
Okay. Oh, you can pull that drawbar. Wow.
Okay. Here's a pail right handy for you. It's got water in it. Hold on.
Okay, you can pull her. That's good. Yep, good. Ready?
Yep.
Looks good.
Should. It's brand new.
Good clean. I'll pull that hydraulic check. Might look a little air and tail of it. Just pull the stick out a little bit. And there. That's all right.
Stay out of there.
There. Okay, Dylan, take this thing. There.
Alright, so we got all the oil. Half full, well, 3/4 full little pail and a half full little pail and 2 full 5-gallon pails. Now Brent's just tightening up the plugs on it, so.
That was bigger, isn't it?
The one I just started it.
Oh.
I think. Yeah. This one is, and this one is. These four.
Maybe you don't have to take.
I don't know. You might not have to take those ones off.
I don't know.
Did I do that one already? Nope.
Huh?
We shouldn't even be doing this. What did you call it when you called him?
Called what the?
The people at the international dealership. What'd you call?
The remote?
Yeah, but it's you didn't call it the remote.
Hydraulic handles.
Hydraulic handles.
Like what? I think you got to take out those two up top though, for sure.
These two?
No, those.
These two.
Yeah, but way up top there.
Those two.
Yeah. I don't know about the
These
other
two? I don't know. They look like they're slotted like those ones.
one. Maybe that's what holds the pump.
Somebody who knows what to do.
We'll find out.
Watching us
Rip it apart. We'll find it.
Idiots.
Are those longer? Yeah, those are long. Those three are longer too.
So, now what?
Are those bigger?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
At least a size. And this one I think is 2 sizes bigger.
Whoa. Oh man.
All over my pants.
Oh man.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
My pants are now covered in oil. Because apparently that was the plug. And the bottom of the jar fell out. So, good time. You guys probably saw that coming. Oh well.
Hold on, I'll find something.
Oh, those are 11/16 too.
Maybe you don't take. Well, maybe, yeah. Take them out, see what happens.
Last time you said that, it wasn't good.
Well,
Wow.
I guess it's got to come out, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Hold up a second.
Where am I supposed to hit it?
Right on the bottom, I guess. Yeah, he's coming.
I don't know how heavy this is, so.
I don't think it's that heavy. Yeah. That's just a gasket, oil gasket.
Look how cool it is in there.
I just want.
Is that supposed to happen?
Look at that back on there. There. Remember where those long ones were?
Yeah.
Huh? What is that?
I would say that's part of a gasket or something. What?
I think like those 4 that went there, they went through and held this. You know, we should put those back before you put the pump thing back in, because those 4 went through. Those long ones are what held. See?
Oh, okay, I see.
See those 4. So we probably shouldn't have taken those out, but they went through this way into this.
Oh, okay, I see.
So you probably didn't need to take these 4 out.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it just would have fell off in there. Let me just here. Can you put this on the bench?
Yep. Heavy little thing. Is there another hydraulic pump on this? Like,
oh, I think yeah.
Like a main one or something that runs your steering and everything?
Yeah.
And your PTO?
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere. I don't know. I don't know.
We're not mechanics.
No. Milk cows. Milk cows.
We milk cows and pretend to be mechanics.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Oh. There's one there too.
That was
Perfect. I think.
yeah, that's good. I don't know. It doesn't look that bad, but
There you go.
okay. Let me go and call. See if he's called. I'm calling.
Okay. So he just got it apart. Brent went in to call the dealer because he knew that he had it, but he didn't know where it was, so he was looking for it, and he was going to call Brent when he found it. He's going to see if he's called yet. And he's also taking in the part number just to make sure that they match up and everything. We're not really sure what to look for, and we're also not sure the whole gasket situation. There's O-rings right here, and they both seem to be, there's one on the bottom side of this, and they both seem to be in good condition, so I don't think that's the problem. So if he found it, we're gonna scoot right over and get that today and hopefully get this put back together today so that we can actually hay with it tomorrow. So that is the plan. Some of you guys were probably screaming at me when I took out that bolt because you guys knew that it was a plug and I just got completely covered in oil. So I wish I could have heard you right then. I'll let you guys know in a minute what's going on. So it's been kind of a nightmare trying to find parts. So it turns out that the used part that we were looking into, it was not the right version. It was actually for a Hydro 1066 instead of a gear-driven 1066 because I guess the difference is there's a plate missing on one side of the pump for a Hydro that allows it to connect to a buddy pump that is not there on a 1066 gear-driven because it's just it's got a plate across it. It's not open, it's completely enclosed on a gear-driven one, so it wouldn't have worked unless you had a plate that adapted to it, which you can buy, but then you have to buy a gasket as well. And then it ends up being just as expensive as buying the new one that's actually for the gear-driven 1066. So we ended up looking into another dealership, and they also had a new one that would fit it, but it was only a little bit cheaper. So we ended up looking online at a parts store and we could get it half the price. So Brent did order that, but the bad news is we do want to hay tomorrow. So instead of just having 2 tractors, which means we'd have to unhook the baler and it would just be a nightmare because Brent would have to wait for me to finish mowing and then unhook the mower and start tethering with the Kubota, which would be really, really annoying. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the oil right back in the tractor, put the pump back on it, because we can still use the PTO and everything on it. You just can't lift anything with it. And the 3-point hitch arms don't lift and the auxiliary handles do not work. So you just can't lift anything. Raking and tethering will be fine with it. So we are gonna put the oil back in it and do that, which means we have to drain it again once we do get the part, but it should be here by the end of next week. But we need 3 tractors, so that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, it's really late and it's about time to milk the girls, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment down below. Keep it real, keep farming, and keep it crazy. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.